Hi there, and welcome to the Echo Solar Home Tour. My name is Andrew Mills, and today we'll be talking about Go Electric and EV Underground, a used car dealership, electric vehicle service center, and electric vehicle conversion shop in the Killarney neighborhood in Calgary. With me today are Raiko Pavic, the manager of Go Electric, and Jason Arnold, the lead EV conversion technician at EV Underground. Welcome to the Echo Solar Home Tour, Raiko and Jason.
Thanks, Andrew.
Glad to be here.
So, your company demonstrates how electric vehicles can work in Alberta. I understand that you offer a variety of used vehicles for sale, that you do electric vehicle conversions and retrofits, that you service electric vehicles, and that you have free level 2 vehicle charging on site. Give me a bit of background on why you chose to go into the business of electric vehicles. What were the main things you were trying to accomplish?
So Go Electric was founded in 2018 to support the electric vehicle community with not only ready to drive factory-produced electric cars, but also to offer service capabilities for all used electric and plug-in hybrid electric vehicles. What we found was the problem is lack of used electric vehicles available here in Alberta, leaving those who were interested having to travel to other provinces or to the US to purchase one and bring it back, and furthermore, then have possible issue with service. Jason?
So yeah, and down here at EV Underground, our founders have passion for everything electric. One of the founders, David Lloyd, has been converting practically everything from ride-on mowers to go-karts for his kids. So just a passion for everything electric there that wasn't a vehicle. So now we've been very encouraged by what we're seeing from other shops in Europe and in the United States, kind of throughout the world that are working on classic vehicles. And so that's what we're getting into here, is just helping people experience their electric dream car.
So yeah, there is inherent synergy between having one location for offering both electric vehicles and service and maintenance, as well as electric conversions, because it does help us develop the expertise and be here for people long term. And be kind of a central hub for all things electric cars here in Alberta and Western Canada.
That sounds good. So, how are you looking at reducing carbon emissions in transportation? What are your motivations for embracing electric?
So electric cars in Alberta actually generate about half of greenhouse gas emissions of internal combustion gas and diesel engines. When charged directly from our grid. Also, a lot of people driving electric cars further reduce the greenhouse gas emissions from transportation to near zero by charging with green power such as solar. A few of us here actually have solar systems on our homes, and that helps us basically bring those emissions to near zero. Also, electric cars are a very important piece of the puzzle in the quest to build a more sustainable and reliable future, not only by consuming green energy, but also by providing eventually vehicle to grid service, where basically the batteries from electric cars help push power to the grid to help balance it.
Interesting. So, when people are able to get out and see your facility, what would they be able to see when they got there?
So they'll be able to see basically how electric cars work in Alberta, even during the winters, especially if they're here during the winter, they can test drive cars and kind of see how that looks like. Capabilities in general of electric cars for city commuter vehicles, or potentially some of the longer range cars for the road trips. You can kind of look into if those electric cars can meet your daily commuting requirements or beyond that, as well as the economic environmental benefits of switching to electric cars. They can also gain insight into the requirements and limitations of converting your internal combustion engine car to electric. And if the tours in person, there will be test drives available for people to experience really the future of sustainable driving.
Interesting. So, what can you tell me about EV underground and electric conversions? What are you doing there?
Well, we got our start pretty organically. EV Underground came to be because Go Electric was seeing kind of a consistent level of demand for conversions of all types of vehicles. And so now that we're underway, we're actually seeing interest not only at a local level, but kind of throughout Western Canada. But for us, one of the main motivators is that we're car guys down here, and conversions are a great way to keep a classic vintage vehicle on the road. You get improved reliability, you get improved performance, lower operating costs, lower maintenance costs. So a bit of a win all around on that classic vehicle ownership take. And then the other thing about it is that conversions scratch a lot of itches. So whether your motivation is like ecological or performance based, in our case, you kind of don't have to choose between the two. So.
Interesting. I see you've got some interesting stuff there in the shop today. We're actually right there amongst the tools. Oh, there's another picture. Tell us about the cars in this picture, Jason. Which ones are these?
All right, so we've got a few. So I'll start with the tube chassis on the left there. That was kind of the project that had launched us, and that's a kit car, Type 65 by a company called Factory 5 Racing out of the US. And so we had a customer approach us with this. He's just a fan. You can't see the body in that picture, but it's a really beautiful, basically that car is based on a 1965 Shelby Daytona coupe. So a very sexy Shelby
that
racing.
picture there, maybe.
There it is. That's right, the body.
Okay.
And so, yeah, that's the body that goes under the tube chassis. And so we had a customer approach us for that, just saying, can you assemble my kit and can you make it electric? And
very interesting.
Yeah.
And then the other slide, Raiko?
Yeah, so back to the other body up on the lift there. So that is a 1960s Volvo wagon. And so that is a project that we are working on in collaboration with a team called Re-Electric out of the University of Calgary. And so they brought that chassis to us, and they have a student body that's made up of different engineering disciplines as well as business. And they're kind of collaborating on this as a project to get experience with electric vehicles, because they, as a student club, have the goal of kind of advancing electric vehicle conversion technology and making it more approachable to the masses. And so we're glad to be hosting them and kind of mentoring them on that build.
That's really interesting. Now, if we're able to get people out to your facility for a tour someday, what other things would people be able to see during your facility during any tour we were able to put together?
So information obviously will be available on electric cars in general, just anything people might want to ask, as well as on the selection of vehicle available in Canada and Calgary in particular, what vehicles are kind of suitable for our climates, why. Of course, we can go into all those details, and and that includes, of course, all the makes and models, including, I don't know, the Nissan, Tesla, obviously, Chevrolet, or anything else, really. There's quite a few, actually, of them. Also, all of us can kind of help answer the question about electric cars, from powertrain design, battery placement, why stuff is put where they put it, and as well as obviously the electric vehicle ownership, because that's a huge aspect that not a lot of people have experience with, and especially people looking to buy electric cars. Obviously, 99% of them come from the world of driving an electric, non-electric car. So that's a big thing. How do you charge it? Where you charge it? How much that costs, etc. What their charging needs for electricity in your home, etc., etc.
Well, I'm going to ask another question that's not here today, and that is, I want to know what you guys are driving. So, Raiko and Jason, what cars are you driving? An electric car?
So I guess I'll answer that first. My family is driving a Kia Soul electric from 2016 that we got a little over a year ago, and that's our main family vehicle, even though it's a fairly short range car, but it gets us everywhere around the city, and we travel to Banff and Canmore with it, which is our favorite trip anyways. So that's what I'm driving.
Jason, how about you?
All right. So, being a classic vehicle person, I'm a little more in and out of vehicles, but I used to have a little humble Mitsubishi i-MiEV. That was kind of my first EV, but more on the conversion side. I've got a couple builds under the knife at the moment. So, if you kind of look way behind me, you can see there's an old Volkswagen bus in the background that I've been picking away at. So, got some
Interesting.
pretty big plans for that one.
Well, I got myself a 2018 Nissan Leaf, so I've been enjoying that. So it's I appreciate you guys putting together these facilities for electric vehicles, and I hope to be able to come down and see your facility sometime soon. So thank you, Raiko and Jason, for joining me today and sharing pictures of your facility. I am looking forward to being able to get down and see your facility in person on the tour. I also want to thank our Echo Solar Home Tour sponsors. Our sponsors offer many interesting services to help you build an energy efficient home or to reduce your carbon footprint, and we encourage you to visit them. Please visit our website to find the links to all our sponsors. To find out more about our tour, the tour dates, and tour times, please go to our website at www.ecosolar.ca. We'll see you on the tour. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks very much.